everyone, happy Monday. So I hope everybody had a great week. Seeing a lot of great posts out there, a lot of healthy snacks, healthy meals. Everybody's doing really great. Love seeing all the fresh fruits, all the fresh vegetables for snacks and with your meals. Great job. Unfortunately, I have also been seeing a lot of posts of foods that aren't really so healthy. And these are typical traps that a lot of people fall into. A lot of people think that they're making a healthy choice because marketing tells them that it's a healthy choice. But really, if you really sit down and you read the label, you read the ingredient list, you find out that it's not really the healthiest choice. A lot of things that I've been seeing out there are a lot of yogurts that are full of artificial flavors, artificial colorings, lots of sugars, added sugars to those yogurts. Another thing is peanut butters I talked about in a video a few months ago. A lot of the peanut butters out there have sugar in it or hydrogenated oils in it, which are trans fats. So you definitely want to avoid those. Another thing that I've been seeing that a lot of coaches have been mentioning to me as well are the snack bars. So lots of people turn to snack bars because they're convenient, they're quick, it's something you can throw in your pocket, throw in your bag, and in a pinch you've got them. And snack bars, you know what, they're okay. I treat them as an emergency only type situation. So I might keep one in my bag, I might keep one in my drawer, in my desk at work, in the event that, I'm starving, for whatever reason, I don't have my regular food with me, and, rather than go down and buy a slice of pizza in the cafeteria, I'll have a snack bar. But the trick is finding out which snack bars are healthy, or the healthiest of the snack bars, and which ones are not. So I went out tonight and I bought a whole bunch of different snack bars so that we can look at the labels together and we can talk about whether or not they are a healthy choice or not. So let's see. Why don't we start? We'll just start over here. This is one we see a lot. Okay, so this is Special K. I see a lot of people posting these Special K bars. So why don't we take a look? What I'm gonna do is, you're probably not gonna be able to see this very well, and it's probably backwards because this is my inverted camera. So I'm going to tell you what it says. Okay. This one happens to be the berry medley, but in general, no matter what flavor you get, the brand is gonna be pretty consistent with how healthy their bars are. So if this one is deemed healthy or unhealthy, probably the rest of the flavors from that brand are also going to be the same. So one bar is a serving size. You definitely want to check for that. Some bars, I know we'll look at one later, that 2 come in the package, but a serving size is 1. See, that can be tricky. You want to watch out for that. You get 100 calories for one of these bars. Not too bad. 2 grams of fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, 30 grams of milligrams of sodium. Not so bad. 19 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber. 1 gram of fiber is not very good, especially for a snack bar. Typically, these snack bars are going to be made with whole grains, so you're going to want to find ones that are, whole grains and dried fruits and stuff that are going to be higher in fiber. 7 grams of sugar, which is kind of high, and 2 grams of protein, which is kind of low. So depending on what you're looking for, this isn't a very well-balanced bar as far as if you're having it for a snack. Like I said in my video last week, you're not really getting much protein here, so this is really not going to keep you full very long. So let's talk about the ingredients. To me, the ingredients are much more important than the actual label itself. The ingredients is what's going to tell you what you are eating, and that's going to be really important. Those numbers don't matter if what you're eating is all artificial, chemicals and junk that your body is not going to process. So this one, your first ingredient is rolled oats, so that's good. Second ingredient is corn syrup. So essentially it's a sugar. Third ingredient is sugar. Okay, so first three ingredients, 2 out of 3 are sugar. Then we have rice flour. Then we have fructose. There's another sugar. Any word that ends in OSE is a sugar. So dextrose, fructose, sucrose, any of those that you see, maltose, those are all sugars. We've got palm oil, cranberries, and then contains 2% or less of apples, dextrose, glycerin, coconut, natural and artificial strawberry flavor, sorbitol, salt, molasses, soy lecithin, citric acid, malt extract, elderberry juice concentrate, mixed tocopherols for freshness, malic acid, red 40, BHT, which is a preservative, non-fat milk, wheat start, and blue 1. Okay, if anything should be a huge trigger for you here, the red 40 and the blue 1, anytime you see a color with a number after it, throw it out. Don't buy it. It's junk. A lot of these food colorings are actually banned in other countries. Unfortunately, they're not banned in America, so they put them in our food. But they are not good for you. So, Special K-Bar, I'm going to say this is going to go in the no pile. If you have these, if you're eating these, throw them out. Give them away. Bring them into work. Don't eat them. Okay. Let's go to here's another common one. A lot of athletes, you know, you've got the guy climbing the mountain there, so it's targeted towards athletes. The Cliff Bar. This one happens to be peanuts, chocolate, and raisins. Nutrition for sustained energy. Made with organic rolled oats and peanuts. One of these bars, not that big, you know, it's bigger than the Special K-Bar, but not that big. 250 calories. That's kind of a lot for a bar. You know, unless it's all you're going to be eating during a big hike or something like that, you're probably not going to want that many calories for a snack bar. We've got 8 grams of fat, 2 grams of saturated fat, 230 milligrams of sodium, which is getting up there, 40 grams of carbs. That's a lot of carbs for a snack bar. 5 grams of fiber, which is that's pretty good for a bar. 3 of those are insoluble. 22 grams of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. And 10 grams of protein. So it's a good source of protein. So this bar, you know, just looking at the numbers, it's got some things going for it, but at the same time, you know, it's targeted for the athlete. This isn't necessarily going to be a great bar for everybody, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Looking at the ingredient list is really long. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really long. That should be one of your first clues. And just taking a glance at this, you know, we've got organic brown rice syrup as the first ingredient. Whatever the first ingredient listed in an ingredient list means that there's the most of that ingredient in the product. So it's mostly brown rice syrup. Not brown rice syrup. And then there's something called Cliff Pro, which looks like it's their blend of soy rice crisp, soy protein isolate, rice flour, barley malt extract. You want to stay away from a lot of added soy products. These, you know, soy isolates and soy lecithin, and you're going to find a lot of these in processed foods, and I would try to avoid them if you can. Organic roasted soybeans, organic soy flour, rolled oats, peanuts, chocolate chips, raisins, peanut butter, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, dates, date paste, and then a bunch of vitamins and minerals. So this one, you know, it's got a lot of soy products in it. Not the best choice. Again, if you're trying to lose weight, I probably wouldn't go for one of these. If you're, you know, an athlete and you're working really hard, not the worst choice, but not the best choice. So that's Clif Bar. So, you know, think about what your goals are with that one. All right, Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. Another one we see a lot of. This happens to be Blueberry Bliss. Right on the front, it says naturally and artificially flavored. You see artificially flavored? I wouldn't even pick it up. You could stop right there. They tell you right on the front there, don't buy me, I'm artificially flavored. This one's got 34 grams of carbs and 15 grams of sugar in there, with 4 grams of protein, 180 calories for one of these bars, 140 milligrams of sodium. Second ingredient is sugar. Third ingredient is palm oil with TBHQ for freshness. And then enriched flour. And you've got some enriched vitamins, corn syrup, isolated soy protein, maltodextrin, acai gum, glycerin, cellulose, wheat gluten, molasses, soy lecithin, BHT, the filling, invert sugar, corn syrup, blueberry puree, glycerin, sugar, modified cornstarch, sodium lignate, citric acid, methyl cellulose, dicalcium phosphate, malic acid, blueberry juice concentrate, natural and artificial flavor, red 40, blue 1. Junk, throw it out. Oh, and that was Nutri-Grain bars, by the way. All right. Lunabar. Let's take a look at this one. We've got an ingredient list that I can't even read because it's completely blended in with the package. Might not be a good sign. 180 calories for one of these bars. 6 grams of fat, 2.5 of saturated fat, 190 milligrams of sodium, 25 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 10 grams of sugar, and 9 grams of protein. So it doesn't look horrible looking at the numbers. Most people, I think, try to keep their snack bars to around 100 calories, so this might be a little high for some people. Sodium, 190. It's getting up there. A lot of carbs, but a good amount of protein as well. And let's see. Let's see if I can even read these ingredients. Not really. Soy. I see soy. Soy rice crisps. Soy protein isolate. Toasted oats. Soy flour. Syrup. Something. Brown rice syrup. Palm kernel oil. Cocoa, oat syrup, solids, natural flavors, vegetable glycerin. I mean, I can barely even read this, but I would say probably not the best choice. This might go, I wouldn't say not, you know, a definite no, but I'd be leery of it. Not the best choice either. Very popular one, Fiber One. 90 calories. Chocolate peanut butter is the one I happened to pick up. Pretty long ingredient list there that we'll go over. So 90 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 80 milligrams of sodium, 17 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, only 1 gram of protein. First ingredient is chicory root extract. Then we have rice flour, sugar, whole grain oats, high maltose corn syrup. Have you heard of high fructose corn syrup? Well, high maltose corn syrup is basically the same thing, but instead of fructose, they're using maltose, which is just another sugar. Remember I said if it ends in OSE, that it's a sugar. And that's one of the things that you want to avoid is high fructose corn syrup. So if you ever see that in a product, I would say don't buy it. But if we look down at the bottom there, as you can also see, we have yellow 5 and 6 Lake red 40, blue 1, and other color added. Garbage. Fiber 1, garbage. This is fun, isn't it? Is everybody going to clean out their cabinets now? Am I ruining everybody's snacks? I know people always get mad at me because I ruin their eating. This is Nature's Promise Peanut Butter Honey Roasted Snack Bar. And we've got 140 calories for one of these little bars. 7 grams of fat. One of them is saturated fat, 15 milligrams of sodium, so that's good. Carbs, 15 grams of carbs, 8 grams of sugar, 4 grams of protein. So the numbers look pretty good. Calories are a little high there, but the numbers overall look pretty good. Ingredients, we've got peanuts, honey, rolled oats, peanut butter, crisp brown rice, and those are all organic. I think the one thing I would say about this, you know, the sugar, for such a small bar, I don't know, it seems like a lot of sugar, and it's pretty balanced. I'm trying to think where all that, I guess the 7 grams of fat, maybe those calories are coming from. Not a horrible bar. Honey, I would be wary about what kind of honey they're using. They're probably not using actual real raw honey. A lot of honey that they call honey is not really honey. You know, that stuff that you buy at the grocery store that comes in the teddy bear. It's not really honey. I know there's a big debate going on right now about what you can call honey, if it's pollinated or not pollinated, and they should only be able to call pollinated honey honey. And a lot of what you buy in the grocery store is not. So Nature's Promise, I guess it passes the test. Here's a popular brand, Kashi Trail Mix. What's this? Chewy granola bar. I don't even know what flavor this is. Does it say what flavor this is? No, just says trail mix. 140 calories for one of these. 5 grams of fat. 95 milligrams of sodium. 20 grams of carbs. 6 grams of sugar. 6 grams of protein. So the numbers look okay. Rolled whole grain blend. Hard red wheat, oats, rye, triticale, and barley. So the whole grains at the beginning is pretty good. Roasted salted whole almonds. Brown, that's pretty good so far. Brown rice syrup. Soy protein isolate. Dried cane syrup. Soy grits. Chicory root fiber. Raisins. Sunflower seeds. Cane syrup. Cranberries. Vegetable glycerin. Corn flour. Honey. Rice starch. Expeller. Pressed canola oil. Oat fiber. Evaporated salt. Natural flavors. Molasses. Sunflower oil, soy lecithin, peanut flour, whey protein isolate. So it's kind of a lengthy ingredient list. Typically you want to avoid the lengthy ones. There's, you know, there are a lot of sugars in there. You know, some soy products. So not the greatest choice, not the worst choice. You know, we can put that in the in-between pile. And Odwalla bar. Odwalla used to be a great company, and then they got bought out by Coca-Cola. So let's see what Coca-Cola did to them. This is Berries Gomega. 210 calories for this little bar. It's kind of a lot. 6 grams of fat. half a gram of saturated, 210 milligrams of sodium, kind of a lot, 36 grams of carbs, that's a lot for this little bar, 5 grams of fiber, 16 grams of sugar, 5 grams of protein. So just with the sugar alone, I would probably try and skip this bar. And the sodium, which is kind of a lot there. Ingredients, brown rice syrup is the first ingredient. Golden flax, ground golden flax, rolled oats, date paste, dried sweetened cranberries. Which the dried sweetened cranberries, the first ingredient for that is apple juice concentrate. And then cranberries, and then sunflower oil. Oat flour, fig paste, vegetable glycerin, soy butter, whole dried sweetened blueberries. Again, with the whole dried sweetened blueberries, apple juice concentrate is the first ingredient there. Plum puree, oat bran raisins, natural flavors, contains coconut. Not you, coconut. My dog's coconut, by the way. And we've also got some soy lecithin in there. So again, pretty lengthy ingredient list. A lot of sodium, a lot of sugar. Not a great choice. Kind bar, very popular these days. This one is the cranberry almond, Kind Plus. Non-GMO, gluten-free, low glycemic index, good source of fiber, very low sodium, and dairy-free. So we've got some nice little marketing things on the front there. $190 calories for one of these little Kind bars. 13 grams of fat. Kind of a lot, but only 1.5 grams of that is saturated fat, so not too bad. 25 grams of sodium, 20 grams of carbs, 3 grams of sugar, 3 grams of fiber, 11 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of protein. It's not horrible looking at the numbers. Ingredients: almonds, dried cranberries. And the dried cranberries, that's cranberries and sugar. Macadamias, honey, non-GMO glucose, crisp sugar, chicory root fiber, sunflower oil, and then some vitamins. Not a horrible choice, but you are still getting, you know, a decent amount of sugar from one of these bars. And it's 190 calories. Decent amount of fat too. I'd say most of that's fat. Fat is probably coming from the almonds and macadamias, so it's not horrible fat. Some of that's probably coming from the sunflower oil as well, which isn't the best, but not horrible. We can do this in case of emergency pile. Nature Valley, crunchy oat and honey. I used to love these. When I was a vegan who ate honey. Some vegans don't eat honey because they come from bees, but I ate honey because I wasn't eating the bee. I was eating the honey. And I liked honey. So this is one of those things where there's 2 bars in a package. So they're nice enough to give you the nutrition info for 1 or 2. Serving size is 2 bars, so it's the whole package, but it tells you if you only have one of the bars what the calories are going to be. And I don't really understand their math here because 1 bar is 90 calories and 2 bars is 190 calories. Last time I checked, 90 and 90 was 180, but I don't know. Maybe some kind of one of the bars is a little bigger than the other. Who knows? I'm going to give you the numbers for the 2 bars because that's a serving and most people are going to eat the whole package. 6 grams of fat, 160 milligrams of sodium, 29 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 12 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of protein. Ingredients: whole grain oats, sugar, canola oil, yellow corn flour, honey, soy flour, brown sugar, brown sugar syrup, salt, soy lecithin, baking soda, natural flavor. So again, this is one of those ones that I'm not going to say put in the throw out pile, but it's also definitely not the greatest choice. In case of emergency, it's not going to kill you, but there are better choices out there. Last but not least, this is my favorite, my go-to bar. I hope everybody stuck around. I know this is a long video, and I hope everybody stuck around for this. But these Lara bars are awesome. I love them. You can make your own. All they are dates and then whatever the ingredient is, the flavoring. So you could make this bar using your Vitamix or using your food processor. I've made them with a food processor, and they're super easy to make. I made one when I was in nutrition school. We had to make a protein bar, and I did dates, a vegan strawberry, protein powder, and almonds, and I made a date bar out of that. So this one, let's see. Sorry, holding the phone. Hope you're not getting dizzy. Yeah. Ingredients: dates, peanuts, salt. I'd say that's pretty good. One of these bars is 220 calories. It's a good amount of calories, but you're having dates and peanuts, which are both pretty high in calories, but they're natural foods. So I'd say that's pretty good. 11 grams of fat. Is that right? Nope. 12 grams of fat, sorry. 2 grams of saturated fat, 70 milligrams of sodium, 23 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 18 grams of sugar, 17 grams of protein. So like I said, the numbers don't tell the whole story. Looking at these numbers, you know, it's like, oh, 18 grams of sugar, that's a lot of sugar. Well, it's all dried dates, which is natural sugar. So that's why I think it's really important that you read the ingredient list, and that's the most important part of any food label that you're going to read. So this one, dates, peanuts, and salt, that's all that's in there. This is a great choice. There's other ones out there. There's one, a cherry pie, that's really good, which is just dates and dried cherries. They have a lot of really good flavors. So this is my go-to bar. I know Stacy has a recipe for a snack bar that she makes. I'm sure she'd be happy to share it with people. Like I said, you can make your own Lara bars with dates and whatever flavoring you want to put into it, dried blueberries or whatever. So I'm really sorry that this is such a long video, but I think it's an important one. I think it's important for people to know how to read the label, know what they're looking for, know what they're looking at, and be able to make an educated choice. And, you know, typically if something's going to come in a package like this, it's not going to be the greatest choice. If you want a healthy snack, go for a piece of fruit. That's going to be your best bet. Go for some raw veggies. In a pinch, in an emergency situation, okay. You know, I've done it. I had a Kind bar the other day because I was out for hours and I had one in my bag and I was hungry, and rather than go and get something at a drive-thru somewhere, I had a Kind bar. So they have their place, but it's not something that you want to incorporate into your everyday food plan either. So I hope this was helpful for everybody, and again, I'm sorry it was so long. The next one won't be this long. And have a great week, everybody, and I will check in with you again on next Monday. See you later.